All right then. Hopeful and bright.
Caribbean people. It's RadioBelizemix.com. Watch it. I wake up like this. You wake up like that. I wake up like this. You wake up like that. I wake up like this. You wake up like that. I wake up like this. You wake up like that. Watch it. Tell Queen Lerna what's on your mind. Tell Will Johnson what's on your mind. It's RadioBelizemix.com. Hey, everybody come together. I wake up like this. You wake up like that. I wake up like this. You wake up like that. I wake up like this. You wake up like that. I wake up like this. It's Saturday. You can feel the energy. Yes, there's a party.
Yeah. Good morning to each and every one of you. We want to thank you so much for joining us here on Radio Belize Mix. Oh, that's right, your humble servant Will Johnson Saturday Mix. Today is a wake up like this. It's 3 minutes after 11 o'clock, and I'm going to switch you right on to the queen of the hour, Miss Lerna Smith. Good morning, Miss Lerna.
Good morning. How y'all wake up out there? Wake up, Bernie. Are you okay?
I'm up. I've been up since 4 o'clock. Hey, I'm finished with my 10-hour work shift. Now, after this interview, I get back into the rest of my day, which is going to be working hopefully another 10 hours.
Another 10 hours. How you guys doing? Hello, world. It's the episode of a Wake Up Like This, and we're here on this 23rd day of May, you guys. I hope everyone is doing well out there, and we have some great guests that is in the house today, you guys. That is in the house. We have all the way VA, Mexico City. We have Bernie Velasquez in the house.
Welcome, Bernie. Welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. And all the way from Chicago, guess who is in the house? Nico Heights is in
Welcome,
the
Nico.
house.
Blessed love, give thanks.
Wow. So international. And all the way from Belize. Guess who is in the house? We have Mr. James Sanka is in the house, guys. Woo! You guys have to make some noise. I got to feel it. We are party. We are here. All right. Before I get started, I want you guys to know that we have some great stuff going on today. You guys can call in and you guys can win. Guess what? I got some goodies. And you might be able to win this baby right here.
Yeah.
I got one for you, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you. Sure.
Yes. So we're going to have some fun today, guys. This is our third time trying this distance stuff right here. And we are going to have some fun, even though we just have to do this and reach out and touch you guys. So ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start with Mr. Nego Heights, you guys, because today we are faced with this invisible crisis worldwide, okay? And this young man that is on here, he is an artist, an awesome artist, but he was faced with this disease, the coronavirus. And he is here to tell us all about it because some of us is taking this stuff like it's not serious. And he is here to tell us that it is serious. So, Nigo, can you tell us your experience and your journey through all this? Because I know you had it real bad.
Yes, greetings. I definitely struggled through the motions of, first of all, trying to understand what I was going through, what it was, because at first, when I did have it, it was the early onset, and people were thinking it's the flu and all this type of thing. So it was like kind of slipped under the carpet, but it got so bad till I had to end up at a doctor, And then
Mhm.
once I got to the doctor, then they broke it down to me and explained that, yeah, you have this respiratory virus that's going around, whatever, whatever. But the thing is, in the early stages, it seemed like it's just regular flu and all that. So you tend to take it for granted. As we come from the Caribbean, we tend to self-medicate a lot and deal with our natural remedies and all that stuff. And all that was good, but I was actually fighting a demon I couldn't see. I didn't understand. I didn't know really what it was. So I I contracted it. I figured on Monday I felt my throat feeling funny. By Monday night I was in bed with high fever and chills and all this. And I had to get to the point of telling myself that, I have to medicate right quick because the onset is so fast. So once I did that, I went to sleep and I didn't wake up until Wednesday. So I went to sleep Monday night, didn't wake up till Wednesday, like not
Ooh.
at all, no kind of waking up.
Wait, wait,
So
wait. There was no one else in the house. You were sleeping that long. Did anyone
everybody
say
was
what
in
did
the
he do?
house, but my daughter was sick with it too, and apparently I was supposed to be watching her, and she was sick with it in her room. And then my wife went to work, and she was
Mhm.
figuring to herself that when she was at work, I was getting up and then just going back to sleep before she got home. So she knew I was sick, so she didn't want to wake me up because she figured I was resting. So it was a kind of a miscommunication, so to speak, not intentionally, but So I was actually there sleeping the whole time, and nobody woke me up. And when I did wake
Wow.
up, I in the process of me sleeping, I had these kind of like out of body experience where I saw myself in the bed, and then I saw me moving around in the house, and I saw my family and everything, and I accepted the fact that I was actually dead at one point. Like I didn't even know I was alive. So when I
Oh
actually
my
woke up,
goodness.
I woke up and my phone was ringing, and I answered my phone, and my mom was like, "Where you been? I've been trying to call you." I said, "I talked to you yesterday. What are you talking about?" She said, "No, I've been calling you all day yesterday, all night, and I didn't hear a word. You didn't answer the phone." I was like, "I talked to you yesterday." She was like, "Today is Wednesday. You talked to me Monday." I was like, "No, today is not Wednesday. Today is Tuesday." And I was kind of lost, and
So you
and
had
then
no idea.
no, I didn't have no idea. So at that point, I started to question everything. I started looking around the house, the room, and everything. I was like, "Am I really dead then?" Because no, this is really getting strange. So I mean, at that point, I really was thinking, okay, maybe I died then.
Mhm.
And at that point, I decided, you know what? I laid there, I fell asleep for about another hour, and then I got up and I told myself like, maybe I should just try and get up and walk around and see if this is really like I'm really dead or what. So I walk around the house, and getting up, I realized that I was in terrible pain. I couldn't walk. I couldn't stand for more than maybe 5 seconds at a time. The pain was just shooting all the way to my ankles, all the way from my back. This whole leg was just shooting all the way down. I couldn't stand. And so the first time I got up, I fell back on the bed, and I'm not gonna lie, I almost went to tears because no, I really didn't understand what was going on at this point. First, I'm
Hmm.
faced with the fact that I think I'm dead, but I'm not dead,
And
and
then you
and I'm
couldn't
not
stand
sure, and
up.
then I can't stand and walk. So I'm thinking like, well, what's really going on? Um, so I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe I am dead. Then I start thinking like, no, if I'm dead, why would I be feeling this pain? So this great pain, I should be feeling no
Wow.
pain. And so,
Hmm.
at that point, I started telling myself, okay, I'm alive. I start walking around the house, dragging myself. Came to the living room, laid down for a bit because I didn't want to go back to bed because now I'm thinking like if I go back to bed, maybe I will die for real now that I've figured out I'm not dead,
Hmm.
and so I'm sitting there and I started thinking to myself like, what could really cause this to happen to me? I mean, I'm trying to bring myself to terms with the fact that I went to sleep and didn't wake up for so much hours, and then all of a sudden now I find myself moving around, but I'm in so much pain that I could barely do so. Well, I ended up having to go to the doctor the following day, and then he told me, well, it looks like you have a nerve issue or something of the sort because with what you're telling me with the pain and all this,
Hmm.
definitely seems like nerve. And he said, well, if it's what I'm thinking it is, it might be an issue that it might take a year to heal, might take 6 months. You never know. And he said, the least of things could trigger it, and you might always have this forever. It might not go away and all that. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, how did I go to sleep sick with what seemed to have been the flu, and then
Right.
now end up with a nerve issue and all that? And so I started doing my homework and my research, and I started finding out things more and more. And then, going home, I realized that I couldn't taste anything. I couldn't smell anything. It was just weird because the food that I would enjoy with, I like my food spicy. I always spice my food up. And I tasted the stuff and I told my wife, this is garbage. This food is spoiled. It's damn near bitter. And so I didn't eat for a while because nothing had no taste. It was just weird. But little did I know, because like I said, this is end of January, early February, before they admitted we have corona in
Okay, so
America and all
this
that.
is way
So
before. Yeah.
yeah, so it's the
Wow.
early onset. So we not really fully prepared for the full ramification of this thing. We going by ear and figuring that it's not here, but if it is, well, it's I don't have it. That kind of mentality. But after the doctor told me, yeah, it's the upper respiratory virus, and it's going around, and a few people have been coming in with it. But I kept on like, so what's the exact name of it? Does it have a name? And then he kept on shunning the whole topic. So I started doing
Yeah,
my
they didn't
research.
have a clue at this point.
Well, I think they did, but I think they were under strict orders, because he came in there with his mask on and his gloves when he came to mess with me.
Oh.
So I think they knew, but the whole thing was, I'm figuring with the government, the way it's set up, they didn't want to incite a pandemic before they were prepared. So they probably was keeping everybody on a hush, like, let's play it down
Right,
until
right.
we prepared for when,
Right.
because it's going to be big if somebody say I have corona, in the middle of January or something, when they're telling us, oh, it's not in America yet and all this. So I struggled for weeks, actually 8 weeks. At 8 weeks, I was barely able to stand upright, like straight.
8 weeks you were down.
Yes, 8 weeks in the house, 8 weeks.
And do you have any idea where you think? I mean, you were just figuring it's the flu symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
But do you have any idea where you may contract this thing? Know that they're stating that it's being contracted from person to person.
Yeah, my stepson works at FedEx.
Oh,
And
They had some
okay.
issues there.
yeah, and he apparently brought it home because he had it, and then I was making sure he was okay medicine wise and everything, because I don't like to get sick either. So I try to make sure everybody come in here sick. I try to take care of them quickly so we get rid of it fast. And in the process of doing that, my daughter contracted it. He had it he was down for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Then my daughter, and she was down for about another week before I caught it. So she was just like kind of started getting out of it when I got it. But apparently I end up getting it the worst, because I mean, even now up to this day right now, I have issues with my leg, with muscles and stuff in my leg, and not being able to walk or run properly and do the things I normally do, even now as we speak. Like right now I'm sitting here and it's actually in pain. Like every day's been painful since I've contracted this thing up until now. Every day's been painful. Like I've never had a day where it was normal or pain free. Like I could just get up and walk around like I please.
Wow. So so that folks understand that you never had a back or leg issue before, right?
No.
So there was no underlying issues.
No.
No. So, any question, panel, for Ligas?
So what kind of pain it is? It's like,
Well-
explain to me the pain.
Like first
Besides
it was
not eating.
when I first had it, it was mainly nerve pain. It felt like a giant toothache from like almost like the top of my hip all the way in my leg, and then when it got to like by my calf area, it starts getting numb, and then it feels real tingly, and then the bottom of my whole foot would just be totally numb. So I had that for like 4.5, 5 weeks, and then it starts easing up. But at that point, I wasn't moving or doing anything, and my leg got so small that one of my legs started to look like my arm, because
What?
I lost
Wow.
all the muscle in it, and it was
So you
It's a muscle.
it took you how long for you to notice that your leg is like getting tiny?
I mean, after about like the 4th or 5th week, I realized like something was wrong. I really started paying attention. I was like, this don't look right. And that's
Wow.
when I started to force myself to really like get up, because then the doctor was talking about you might need physical therapy and all that. And then I was like, well, as a Rasta man, I born a growing up Belize. I don't see myself doing that, because we no raise so. Physical therapy. Then I can't go to, no, I tell myself I had to put my superhero turban on, my Nego Heights. So we're like, no, this is Nego Heights. You can't, no, you have to get up and do something.
That's the warrior thing in you, right?
Yeah. I told myself we can't give up and become a victim of this, because then I realized how serious it was when I looked at my leg and one of them looked like it didn't belong to me. I was like, what? Something's not
Wow.
right,
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like if I held my leg up like this and I did like this, it looked like
Uh-huh.
water in a plastic bag. My whole car was just like
Wow.
liquid. So
Wow.
it was so weird, and I started forcing myself to walk outside of the house now, to go on the street and just try to walk. So when I did that, then I started feeling all types of back pain, because now I was bent like a W to try to stand and walk, because I couldn't straighten up. So I was kind of twisted up trying to force myself to walk so I could actually start gaining back the muscle. And then that's when I started feeling some different pain now, which I still feel a lot of now with my muscles because the muscles were so gone. I mean, I felt the joints and all that stuff, but they came back in about a week. I was feeling much better with those, but the muscles now is what's killing me now. You know, all the muscles are not really where they used to be, so they hurt a lot.
Okay.
Wow. Man, I'm sorry.
Wow, that is a hand. That wait, I'm full of information and like wow. Thank God that you are okay.
You're all right. Seriously.
Man,
And you did not have to go into the hospital.
man, I
Yes,
mean,
I know you were.
you know, it came to my mind, and then I was like, I can't let this beat me. So I was definitely self-medicating, a lot of garlic, you know, because I'm the type I eat garlic just like 4 plugs at a time, just eat and put in my mouth and chew them and swallow. So I was doing a lot of that, drinking a lot of water, a lot of orange, and you know that kind of stuff because I wasn't really eating, but I was making sure I was definitely on top of it with that. And then once I had to start taking pain pill at one point because for about 2 or 3 days because the pain was so bad that I couldn't stand, I couldn't lay, I couldn't sit. There's nothing I couldn't even fall asleep. The pain was that terrible, and I took the pain pill and I realized it was like one every 8 hours or something like that. And I told myself that I'm not going to pass 2 for the day, so I tried to take him in hours that I would be up and fall asleep so that I wouldn't have to worry about when I'm sleeping, you know. So I did that, and I realized that with that, it helped me to kind of like force myself to walk a bit more. So I went to the health food store and I bought me some turmeric, some ginger, and some chlorophyll. And
Turmeric
probably
is a hot number.
yeah. So I was on that for about probably like 3 to 4 weeks straight, every day tea. That would be my tea every day, every morning I rise. That's the first thing I did. Turmeric, ginger, and chlorophyll, and that's what helped me deal with a lot of the pain. So the pain would come down to where I was able to actually start to move around comfortable enough where I could stand for maybe like about 10 minutes at a time or 5 minutes at a time here and there and all that stuff. Because otherwise I'd have to just try to make limp and hop and then just find somewhere to sit down. 10, 15 seconds, you know?
Wow. Okay, so before we move on, we got to come back to you in the artist field. But before we move on this topic, I need you to really deliver that message to people out there that have questions and think that this is not serious, it's not real. Right now, the country is starting to open up. How do you feel about that right now, as far as opening up this country worldwide?
Well, that's the very scary part because I believe that it came in unannounced, first of all. And now we know it's here, and it has wreaked so much havoc on the whole country that I believe that one must be very, very careful, regardless of the fact that the country is opening up. There's no going back to what we had before Corona or COVID-19. It's a new reality. It's the new. It's gonna be our new reality, whether we like it or not. So there's no going back to the things we used to do or the way we used to do things. At least not right now. So I would encourage everyone to still be very careful. Wear your gloves, wear your mask, wash your hands. I mean, do what you must to protect yourself and your family. This thing is not a joke. You can't see it coming, you can't feel it coming, but you will feel the effects of it once you have it. It affects everybody differently. I call it the smart disease because I think what it's designed by man to find whatever is weak within an individual and attack that thing, that very thing that's weak within you, whatever it is. And you might be walking around healthy or think you are healthy because you don't show signs of symptoms of anything and you don't know it until this disease hits you. It's not partial. It don't matter if it's young, you're poor, you're rich, you're black, you're white, or whatever. My thing is to each and every individual is to know that you have a responsibility to yourself and to the ones you love, because some of us are outside thinking like, you know, I'm fine, I'm not going to catch it. It might not affect you. You might take it home to your grandma, your grandpa, your parents, and you might be responsible for their death. And, you know, it's that serious. I mean, we must take it serious. We must not take the government word for granted because, honestly, if 100,000 more people die from the government, that's less people on pension, less people on welfare. There's a lot less people. It's a benefit for them at the end of the day. So population control is a great thing for them. And this might be a so-called seemingly natural way of doing this. So as much as they care, they really don't. So when they tell you that this is open and that is open and just go out and do this, it's about economy. It's about them making money, and that's what they're worried about. But if you worry about your life, your health, your family, your offsprings, and your future generation, you would be humble to the fact that this thing will not respect anyone. It will attack you and it will kill you if you're not careful. And the next thing I've got to say to you, please boost your immune system. Get your immune system on point. That is the only thing that will help you fight and survive this thing, your immune system. Make sure it's right. Eat healthy. Eat the right things.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that turmeric, bro, because that's part of the drink that I have every morning, Miss Beb. Make sure you give it to me every morning,
Yes.
bro. Yeah.
Every
man.
morning. And I also have the drink, the mixture of the garlic,
Mm-hmm.
the ginger, the lemon, and orange, and they put turmeric in there if they want. I'm not in favor of turmeric, but that is my daily tea because that's something we used to anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that you mentioned that, and I'm glad that when you figure that something is attacking your body, you went to garlic,
Yes.
and that's the number one healer. And I always believe in that too. I always tell everybody, "Hey, go pop some garlic, just chew it up, just raw." You know, oh, that stuff burns, but yeah,
Yeah, it burns, but it's good.
it's good. So I'm glad
Yeah.
that you mentioned that because that might be the factor that saved your life. All right,
Definitely.
ladies and gentlemen, Nigo, we're going to come back to you. We're going to see if
Sheila.
anyone have any question on this topic of surviving COVID-19. Okay, if anyone
Yes.
have any question, type your question in the feed. We have a callback number. Will, can you tell them that number for me, please? I
Well,
forgot to
yeah, that
write
number
the
been
number
showing.
down.
It's 310-259-7076. That's 310-259-7076.
7076.
That's
All
right.
All right, so we're gonna let them shake a leg a little bit. I gotta warm up. Will, can you give me some music,
That's
guys?
right.
I gotta feel.
It's time to
I
warm
want
up.
a little
Things
music.
are dog it down.
Huh?
Now
Well,
I
warm
come back again. Feel this. How you closer, my boy? Me go work out something for them. How you closer, my girl? Me go work out something for you. If you reach too late, you risk one big mistake. Listen to the song, mama, and what's in it plate. Cause when we go drink the rum, we picnic the sofa. When we go play the card, we picnic the sofa. When we go smoke the rock, we picnic the sofa. If you left an empty pot, we picnic the sofa. He who feel free plan must plan. Hope he feel
Let's go, James.
out a toad backside.
Wake up, James.
What are you and Bill? Hold on to the head, usually you have the tail. Raise your piggy right, mama. Show them that you care. Cause when we go drink the rum, we picnic the sofa. When we go play the card, we picnic the sofa.
Shake what to,
When
James.
we go smoke the rock, we picnic the sofa. If you left an empty pot, we picnic the sofa.
Voice of Doggy. Belize's very own Radio Belize Mix on a beautiful Saturday morning, 11:24 local time. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're also on BelizeMix.com. Audio on BelizeMix Vibes. My goodness, what a Saturday morning.
How you closer, my boy? Me go work out something for them. How you closer, my girl? Me go work out something for you. If you reach too late, you risk one big mistake. Listen to the song, mama, and what's in it plate. Cause when we go drink the rum, we picnic the sofa. When we go play the card, we picnic the sofa. When we go smoke the rock, we picnic the sofa. If you left an empty pot, we picnic the sofa. He who feel free plan must plan. Hope he feel cause out a toad backside. What are you and Bill? Hold on to the head, usually you have the tail. Raise your piggy right, mama. Show them that you care. Cause when we go drink the rum, we picnic the sofa. When we go play the card, we picnic the sofa. When we go smoke the rock, we picnic the sofa. If you left an empty pot, we picnic the sofa.
A big shout out to all those celebrating birthdays today. Happy birthday greetings going out to you. Those celebrating birthdays tomorrow. Birthday greetings in advance to you. And we have folks from all over right now on our Wake Up Like This. Miss Lerna, tell us where these folks are being viewed from.
All right. Woo.
Ooh.
Oh,
So,
how
Miss
we
Lerna,
doing?
I was just telling,
Yes.
I'm asking for you to tell the folks who are watching where is Neo Heights, where is Byrne, and where is James right now.
Okay, Yeah, let's do that again, you guys. Yes, we are with guests that's across the world. All the way from Mexico City right now is Mr. Bernie Velasquez. All right,
One,
say
co-
hi,
one,
Bernie.
co- yes, yes. One correction. I'm not today. I'm not in Mexico City. I am in Playa del Carmen, which is farther south in Mexico, closer to Belize.
Okay.
Okay, okay. He's a
Yeah.
traveler, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You never know where Bernie is going to be next. All right? And so,
Fine.
all the way from Belize, you're in Belize City, Mr. James Sanka.
Right here.
Yes, he is all the way in Belize City, guys. So you see, um, this internet stuff, we can bring guests all over the world. And from Chicago, Nego Heights. All
What's up,
right?
bro?
And I am in and we are in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
We are in Los Angeles, you guys. So right now we're gonna take it over and we're gonna hear from Mr. James Sanka, all the way from Belize. For those of us who doesn't know Mr. James Sanka, this is the time for us to get to know him.
Right.
So, Mr. James, can you introduce yourself? Give them a little history about yourself, and we're gonna have some great questions for you.
Start. Where to start? How to start? Let's start with the music side of the business. Well, I'm a musician. We could start there.
Okay.
Started Belize Music Agency about almost 15 years ago. Belize Music Agency have worked and developed itself into artist management, producer, songwriter, event producer. So we're kind of doing it all on this end. Yeah, just to name a few things. Behind the scenes is where I'm comfortable.
Wait. Since when? And you were a singer yourself. You were on the front row.
Yeah.
Now you want to be behind the scenes. So before you were all these things, before you started the artist management company, before you started the music agency, you were actually an artist yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, get a little background on that. When I moved back to Belize, well, I used to play music from high school, right? But when I moved back to Belize, I kind of dabbled a little bit with jazz, and we had some guys, Nafty, and a bunch of them that was getting together, forming a band, and we kind of combined jazz with reggae, and we were doing this jazz reggae crossover mix stuff, and I thought that was very challenging, and so I became part of that band. That went on for a while, and the guys used to come up to my house up here in Hattieville, and we used to have cookouts, and everybody came. I mean, we have Ivan Duran, we have producers, singers, people from all over basically came here, and we had cookouts. We had one time it was Garifuna music, Garifuna food. It was Spanish music, Spanish food, right? And we sat in the back of my yard and we did that kind of stuff like almost every month. And after that came the need for guys who were telling me, boy, we can't find no job with playing music, we can't find no job. And so I started to look around for jobs for them. And that's how the agency started, as a booking agent, trying to get guys that I know, the musicians that I know, jobs. And
right, and that is something that we want to focus on too. You know, as of today, how you are handling these artists that have no work going for them. I know you started the virtual thing, trying to raise funds. Yes, but can you just elaborate on that? The no job situation for artists right now.
Right now, it's rough. We didn't have.
Everything
went dead. That's it. Basically, no job. Government don't even know if they want to give us a $150 a month because we didn't even know if we were qualified. So I had to work behind the scenes with the government to try to get the musicians them qualified as workers. I didn't have a category to put us in so that we could apply. Lots of work went into just let them give us that 125 or 150 that they gave us every 2 weeks. That we only got 150 so far. From the time the thing started, they said it's in work, but that's where we are with that. But it's rough for the artists. And so sitting home doing nothing, guys are saying, man, what are we going to do? The artists that I might say, what the hell are we going to do now, man? We can't have no jobs. All of the jobs that we had got canceled. The festivals that we had got canceled. The bookings that we had got canceled. That's it. We're out. We're getting $150 a month.
Right.
It's great.
Well, one thing that I do know that this COVID-19 have taught us is that we have to save for rainy day, Papa. We got to prepare for rainy day because you never know when it's going to happen. Because I don't think this is going to be the last of any pandemic. I think there's going to be another time. You know, so this should be a wake-up call for all of us.
So true.
True.
Right.
So true. And that's one of the things that another organization that with me, the Music Industry Association, I believe, have been forging ahead in developing an artist fund for those same kind of things that you talked about, right? And we're kind of trying to make this be a government partnership kind of thing. Maybe we'll get this going, but so far, not off the ground. Police Music Agency has gone ahead and says, look, man, if the government is not going to do it, we're just going to go ahead and do it. And right now we have an organization, it's a non-for-profit organization that we're using to raise money for artist projects. If people want to donate right now, it's BAF Foundation, it's a Belize Artist Foundation, DA Foundation, org, right? You could go on there, and we have a couple of projects right now that we're raising money for. We have a Garifuna project online that we're working with Mr. Pitts and some of the Garifuna artists, all the big name Garifuna artists, Super G, all of them is on this show. And what he did is to cross over some jazz with Punta and Paranda. That's interesting. That's an interesting show. You have a clip up. The guys are very innovative, and so since we had this platform, this virtual music platform, which has been very, very successful. The first show had something like 34,000 views, right? And I built this online tips that the guys could get donation directly to them, and anywhere in the world, right? I built a huge.
And was that? I mean, I just want to know, was that effective? People were donating because that is some of the mentalities. They don't want to trust a lot of these platforms or a lot of these webs that they're putting up. I mean, GoFundMe is the deal, and different things like that. So how did that work out for you and the artists?
Worked out well. Worked out excellent. Some of the artists made more than $1,000 just on that two items that they did on the show, right? They wouldn't have gotten paid that amount of money doing a regular gig, right?
Nice.
Yeah, but it basically put the artists in a position that you have to work your fan base. If you have a fan base that is not supporting you, delete them, and then I know.
Well, I man, not delete them. Just work with them and tell them, listen, one cocoa full of basket.
But when I want bad mouth you, most of the time I don't want support you. Right, so
this is one. Can you hear me? This is one of the situations that we have when artists are on a gig, or they have to help you promote themselves because it's for them. It's not. You're making money. You're making money as the producer to pay them. So of course we want the people to come, and if you can't have one or two people to come see you or tune into you, why hire you? Is that a bad thing to say?
That have always been the rule. And I keep telling people, how much do you worth as an artist to come to the show? If this show is $50 ticket and you only could bring one person in, then I shouldn't pay you even $50, right? Because I need to make at least something off of it, right? So what exactly you worth? It doesn't matter if you're a veteran artist paying for 50 years and all of this kind of stuff. That doesn't matter to a producer. A producer wants to know how much people can you sell tickets to?
Right.
How much people are going to come to see you Not anybody else on the ticket.
Exactly.
Right, you. So it have nothing to do with your skill set. It have nothing to do with how great an artist you are. It's how much your fan base will support you. So that's why I keep telling the artists, even before COVID-19, you have to work on building your fan base, because you can't get the same pay as somebody who could bring in 1,000 people in at the door when you only could bring one. Right?
Yeah.
That is the reality.
True.
So true. So true.
So some people might say, oh, but I'm a great musician. A boy can't even sing. A boy can't even play. That don't make no difference to a producer when the man they stand up at the door, they sell the ticket here. If nobody know they come in there, you show him they lose money. You want to go and come in because you want to bring you the artist, can bring tickets, bring people into the door. Right?
Okay, so what do you think this this issue that we face now teach them, or do you think we're going to get back to?
No, I think that they see the reality now. The people that work their fan base on that particular show, the virtual music festival, made a killing. The ones that didn't pick up the phone and work their Facebook
just sit there.
Didn't make anything.
Right.
They just had people that just gave them just because.
Just sorry for them.
I want to reiterate right here that Mr. Sankar, that all this is a learning lesson for all our artists, so that in the next time around you know what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And we're having more shows, and even to me, this is an exciting time. Let me tell you why I think it's an exciting time. Not because of the negative things that are happening, right? There is always a balance in life. You know, there's a scale that you have to look at life with, right? Everything is never all bad and everything is never all good.
All good.
Right. So there's a balancing act that you have to play with being positive in life. It's very important that everybody look at life from a positive standpoint. If you look at stuff from a negative standpoint, you're not going to go anywhere. You're just going to go negative. So try to look at the positive. So the positive things that are coming out of COVID-19, right, is that the entire music industry have gone into a reset. Right? Everybody is trying to figure out what the hell to do, right? From Beyonce to all the big names. Exactly. In the same boat. That they're sitting down thinking about the same thing that you're thinking. How am I going to, in this environment, how am I going to get out there and make money, right? So now that we have a reset and we're all standing at the gate, right, together, right?
Right.
Who is going to run this race and who is going to get out of the race depends on you. If you don't want to run this race by changing the way that you do business because the environment have changed, then stay home. Stay home and not do anything. They don't do anything, but the rest of us, that seems a massive opportunity.
They've been staying home for how long now? 3 months? 4 months? Going on 4 months?
Right, exactly. 4 months now. Almost.
Everybody's crying now.
And Nigo say, we don't know how long this is going to last. We don't know. Right? And this new normal is not going to go back. It's not going to go back. It's not going to go back for the way that we walk down the street. It's not going to go back, right? So the music business, it's not going to go back. So please, the rest of the artists that are listening to this, is that this is not going to change and reverse back to the old ways. Please get it out of your head, right?
Exactly.
Those old ways are gone, right?
So I need to get rid of that mindset that I could still go out there and sell my music now.
Hey,
Bernie. James.
It's not Rastafari the ultimate. Congo.
People, the artists, you haven't done this before, and we have a bad habit of doing this. Well, make us see how that work for him. Me no want join that because me want to see if he want to pull this off. That was the mindset, because I mean this is serious, because we're trying to switch that mindset period of trusting people that's been in the business you've been in the business for 14 years, right?
Yes.
And you decide, okay, the artists are not working at this point. Let me do this.
Right.
But yet, I'm sure you were faced issues and you were faced, you know, a lot of things. But you pull it off now.
Right.
It went very well because I did watch it too, and now it's an easy thing for artists to want to be a part of.
Well, like what one of our viewers is saying right now, Renny Mendez from Corazal, he's saying you need to look and think outside the box and look for the niche that has been created.
There you go. Ditto to that, my guy from Corazal. That's exactly right. You need to look at what is being created now, and the stuff that had got burnt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Buried.
Right.
Look at the new stuff now. Think outside the box. Everybody is thinking outside the box right now. So we're all at the same game right now, thinking about the same thing. Everybody, we're not talking just about Belize. We're talking about the Caribbean. We're talking about the world right now. Thinking about exactly the same thing that you are thinking about right now. Everybody's coming up with solutions. So what you have to do at this point in time is continue to do like the guy in Corolla said, continue to think out the box, because that is what's going to keep you on the edge.
Sure.
Wow. Okay. We have a lot of information. He have a lot of information in him that we need to pull out. But we're gonna
Miss
right
Verlena?
now, before, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna go to a music video by Neo. By Nigo. I keep saying Neo. Nigo Heights. Yeah. Is that okay with you?
Yes. That's fine. As the artist, we're gonna show a little of his performance.
All right, so you guys just got to keep your microphone down while I feature this video from Nigo Heights.
What do what job? Tough music! No Fridays, no Rastafari the ultimate.
Nigo Heights.
We started. In comes turbulence, the future again. But they are living upright, upward and right. In combination with Nigo Heights.
I just want to big up my
Rastafari is my life.
Whoa.
Let the words of my mouth be acceptable. Meditation of my Lord be your pride.
Oh, they had breakfast also this morning. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 310-674-0696. That's Little Billy's Restaurant in Inglewood. All right, Laverne. Woo. Verona. Elaine.
Yes.
All right. And
All right.
also,
Just give me a second. Miss Lerna. I'm going to come with this video because I was starting it, but you were still talking, so I had to start it all over.
Right, here we go.
No. Go ahead. I'm going to come back to it right now.
All right, you guys. Just another sponsor that keep this show running. You guys, you know, it's a once a month show for the last 5 years now. We've been doing this once a month in-house at Little Billy's Restaurant. So we want to big up Proby's Tax and Accounting, you guys, and you guys know these are my sisters. So Elaine Proby at Proby's Tax and Accounting right there in Crenshaw, and it is tax time, and she have all the answers for you guys on the stimulus checks and anything paperwork that you need. Just call Proby's Tax and Accounting on Crenshaw. That is 323-290-9034. All right, hit her up. And of course, you guys know Radio Belizemix, the one and only Mr. Will Johnson and his wife, Bev Johnson, and the logos were made by his son, Ty Johnson, you guys. So all those beautiful.
All right, here we go, Miss Lerna. Here we go.
Here we go.
What do what job? Tough music! No Fridays, no Rastafari the ultimate. Congo bongo make we start it. In comes turbulence, the future again.
All right.
But they are living upright, in combination with Nigo Heights. What do what job? Rastafari is my life. How you mean? Whoa. Let the words of my mouth be acceptable. Meditation of my heart be your pride. For I guide my steps along life's journey, and let my works be clean in your sight. Like when we are and I think we should do that more often. Because I bear the limited them my light. Bubble man a chant, thunder and no lightning. Let us praise him.
We look like
Guys, quiet, guys, please.
Will never betray him. King Selassie, I for life and I and I. What was that? proudly hail the black star line. Time for yourself. Remember over evil, good shall prevail. Hey, in my going out and my coming in, I and I will always hail up the king. Can't cool, can't quench, fire blazing, giving thanks and praise for the life savings. Balance, all when the wicked them a question with motive. Tell them all them space, cause Rasta no notice. I and I still a hold till I see I close this body strength in the Rasta man progress. Let us praise him. King Selassie, I for life and I will never betray him. King Selassie, I for life and I let us praise him. King Selassie, I for life and I will never betray him. King Selassie, I for them a tell me say me crazy. To me hail King Selassie I daily. Hey, with no request him never fail me. Black Star Line a come round here come seal me. Right back to Africa. Al-Kabul and me are that sabbatical. Herbs in the communion. Burn down Babylon. Bingy is your pain better than the paracetamol. Selassie and me general. Hey, let me hear you say Selassie. Let me hear you say Emmanuel. Let me hear you say John Marcus. Naya Bingy chante. Let me hear you say Selassie. Let me hear you say Emmanuel. Say John Marcus. Rastafari, let them ranks the people excellent. Turn up the bass, make we boom down Babylon. Put on the Gideon boots, make we kick down Vatican. Turn up the fire, make we blaze down Buckingham. We in a Babylon for too long. Say them give away Jesus and go take where we king. Change the lyrics, now the song them that we used to sing. Sell out me brothers and me sisters, we bling. I know every African in the west so far. Let us praise him. King Selassie, I for life and I will never betray him. King Selassie, I for life and I let us praise him. King Selassie, I for life and I.
Yeah, the music of Nigo right there, Heights. Go ahead, learn now.
All right, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy that one.
Yeah, nice video.
There you go.
Nice.
All right, that is our artist there, and we're gonna get back to him. He's gonna tell us a little bit about his journey through this music world and the entertainment world. But right now, we're gonna take it over to Mr. Bernie Velasquez. He's gonna tell us a little bit about himself. Who is Bernie? And you guys, this is long awaited. Okay, so who is Bernie Velasquez?
Hardest working musician. The hardest working
And
musician.
I want you guys to listen to what Bernie has to say.
Well, actually, I'm nobody too special, you know. I'm just that kid from down the street, you know what I'm saying, that I never had and always wanted. I'm just that kid who always thought that I can, and I always believed that I could achieve instead of looking at myself on the poverty side of life. I always believed that things are possible and I can go out there and get it. I just have to set my mind to it and be willing to put in the work that it takes to get it. Personally, I feel that, you know, with me, myself, and my situation, I feel like my back has always been against the wall. Ever since I was 3 years old, and my mom went to America illegally in hopes of trying to create a better life for her 10 kids that she left in Belize. I felt like my back was against the wall then. Being the youngest boy out of 10 siblings, you know, it was not easy. But at the same time, I was spoiled, and I didn't even know it. You know, I grew up having everything that I ever needed, and I thought that I was poor. I thought because of the situation when my mom left. Actually, my oldest sibling in the house at the time, my oldest brother at the time, he was 13, and he became like who would be my father. And my oldest sister in the house at the time, she was 11, and she pretty much was like my mother. So this 13-year-old and 11-year-old raising me, I felt like, you know, hey, we are poor, we don't have nothing. We, you know, look, we know mano de de, no pano de de, and we don't got nothing. So Belize taught me in reality that I was poor and I was at the bottom of the barrel. But I learned quickly look, I remember one time my father used to come by from time to time, and he had us in Hopkins Village in front of 10 acres sitting in front of the ocean. And he said, I will never forget this. I was 3 years old. And when I tell my brothers them this, they're like, how could you remember that? You was only like 3 when he said that. Do you really remember that? I'm like, yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I remember it like it was yesterday. We were sitting in front of 10 acres in front of Hopkins Beach. And he said, uno no poor. No, uno no poor. He said, you see, yeah? These are 10 acres for uno. Uno no poor. Uno got beach front property, front of the beach. And I would never forget that. And ever since that day, I had it in my mind, even though when it was days to go to school barefoot, I said I had to go to school barefoot right now, but I ain't no poor. This is just my situation today. I ain't no poor. So I always walked with my head up high. I always walked feeling confident. I always felt secure. I always felt like whatever challenges I was facing was just a temporary situation. And with that, they're calling me Bregging Kerop. They're calling me.
You cracked me up with that one, man.
They call me Bregging Kerop. They say, I don't know who he think he. They poor, they broke, they don't got nothing. But for
and what age were you at this point, Bernie? How old were you at this point?
This started from ever since I was like 3 years old. So this was really just the preparation for COVID-19. This started when I was 3 years old. This was the preparation of what was to come. This was the preparation for me to prepare me from not having to go to, from migrating to a country, USA, illegally, and being looked at as a wetback, being looked at as somebody who they say what they would say, African booty scratcher. You know, when they used to look at me,
African booty scratcher.
I never hear that one, the burn. Never hear that one before.
What?
This is what they would refer to you as back in those days when I used to be in class, and you're from a country where they never heard of. You know, they never heard of Belize. I was the first time, I was their first presentation to Belize. That's why I wear this Belize banner so well. You know what I'm saying? I always represented Belize. When they would look at me and call me these names like, you know, illegal alien, which I used as a representation of myself for a while. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I always looked at these things like, you know what? I'm from Belize and I accept who I am. I never looked at Belize as a bad thing. I looked at Belize as the untouched paradise. I looked at Belize as that beautiful land in front of the Caribbean. I looked at Belize as a chance for us to develop, to grow, to achieve, to become greater than we ever been. And so all of these things was just preparing me for what was to come. I went to America illegally. I fought my way into getting a green card. I lived a good, righteous life.
Just tell everybody, right? Just tell everybody.
No, I mean, my reality is who I am. I have no shame about who I am. I have no shame or judgment of those who were before me, who brought me, or who got me here. I don't feel like I was placed in a situation. I feel like I was given a blessing. Right. I don't look at my cup as half full. I don't look at my cup as half empty. I look at my cup as half full. You know what I'm saying? I see what I have. I see who I am. I give thanks. I am nobody to complain. I am in no position to complain. So that's who I am. Now, who the people say I am, they say I'm the number one. Well, I say I am the number one.
There you go.
Wait. So,
you're the hardest working musician. That's what I say.
I don't say that.
I agree.
And this is my question, because you are labeling yourself as the number one selling artist in the country of Belize, right?
No, I label myself as the number one selling artist in the history of the country. Okay. History, meaning no artist in the history of Belize born before me, during my time, or after me has sold more units than
wait. After you, how you know that?
because you won't be able to even sell a CD no more. I don't know who's still selling CDs in the streets, right. But I personally sold over 215,000. So that means if you're gonna be born next year and you're gonna be able to sell some CDs, I wish you good luck. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what?
I know.
Burn.
We don't sell CD no more, Burn, but yeah,
I'm gonna say this
still
right
they
here.
sell.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna say it right here. I have to give the utmost respect to Burn because he
Absolutely.
certainly know how to market stuff. He almost twist my hand this morning, and I tell her, hold on, I like my hand. No, not twist up my hand. Yeah, but you know what? Hats off to you, Burn, and I sure hope that the other artists
Bernie.
they learn from you. Okay.
Thanks a lot. As a matter of fact, Mr. Will, you remind me of a disagreement we had this morning. Yes, officially, today my name has been changed to burnmusic.com.
That's right.
You could put the www in front of it if you want to give a little respect, like how someone might say Mr. James Sankat instead of Mr. Burnmusic.com. You could put www.burnmusic.com, and the www that stands for Mr.
All right, Bernie. All right, Bernie.
We got you.
So
That is his promotion, you guys. So
No, that's my name. That's
his
my
name
name. Please refer to me as burnmusic.com. It's just like Malcolm X saying my name is Malcolm X. Who am I to say your name is not Malcolm X? What is it?
Understood, Bernie.
You know what I'm saying? My name is burnmusic.com. Period.
All right. We got you, Bernie. We got you.
Burnmusic.com. Why you keep
That's
calling
right.
Burn?
So, Bernie, listen,
no,
guys.
not Bernie.
No
Burnmusic.com.
more Bernie. No
Hey,
more Bernie to go. No more Bernie to go. That's it. Done.
Hold on, guys.
Done.
And then
Hey, Bernie, Burn, hold on. I hope, Burn, I hope you don't have a problem when people forget the Burn music and they just call you .com.
Hey, no. It's like
You, hey, wait, but you sound like give nicknames, so they'll just call you .com.
burnmusic.com. You don't say the full name.
well, you know what? Wait, you guys.
You said it could call you Queen or Queen Learner. Okay, with me, you have to say the full name.
All right.
Burnmusic.com.
All right. Thank you, Burn. Thank you.
All right. Let's get back focused, Bernie. Bernie, can you hear me? Can you hear me,
What
Bernie?
is wrong with Queen Learner today? It's a
I am not.
All right, so let's get back.
I am not calling you no.com today. Today I have on the show. I have Bernie.
Hold on, Miss Lerner. I think we have a caller.
Information I got.
Oh, well, we missed the call.
Caller, there's a caller.
No, we missed the call. We guys did not. I didn't answer it on time. Let's have the person call back.
Okay, cool.
All right,
I
church.
want you guys. All right, calm down a little bit so you guys can hear me, because it seems like you guys are not hearing me, and I got to move on. All right. So, Bernie Velasquez. Today, you're Bernie Velasquez, and as of today, after this show, he has changed his name, you guys, and he's going to tell you guys once again at the end of the interview what his
I'm
name
gonna see if
is.
you remember. I'm gonna see if you
so,
remember.
Bernie, there's another question for you. I know you've been touring all across the world, and you also, or the people also label you as the number one, the sexiest. Can you help me with that, because the name is a Spanish
They
name?
never said I was sexy. They say I'm artista más sexy del mundo.
Artista. Okay.
Más
Okay. You
sexy
tell
del
me.
mundo.
Okay.
Hello. Hold on a second, Ben.
Hold on.
Hello.
Hold on.
Yo,
Yes, this is Radio Belizemix. How can I help you?
right. Where you going, my brother? Papa Curly.
Papa Curly, well, welcome to the show, Papa Curly.
Yeah, man. Always. I just remember, I watch your show. I remember the man I'm burning up when I first bring out.
Bernie Mac. All right,
Right,
you're here,
right.
Papa Curly. Yeah.
Yes, man. Big respect to Papa
Is
Curly,
there respect-
man.
is there
Thanks
respect
that
to you,
brother
Papa Curly?
always. You know,
That's
I
right.
remember what it was like when I first wanted to start promoting and pushing my
That's it.
music. I started out with other artists.
Hold on,
and-
Bernie. Papa is still on the line. Go ahead, Papa.
Okay, well,
Go ahead, sir.
Yo, just want to big up Bernie Mac, original.
Right.
Then Burn,
Thanks a lot.
I know burnmusic.com. Handle
Yes.
your business.
Thanks a
The
lot.
biggest
Thanks a lot.
marketer in the world.
See, Mr. Papa Curly,
Thank you very much,
my
Mr. Papa.
my
Yeah.
general,
All right.
Yeah, all right.
accept it. So why the rest can't accept it?
All right. There you go.
Thanks, Papa Curly. I appreciate you, brother. Enough love, enough respect. You know, thanks for all the opportunities you gave me, man.
Okay.
Is Mr.
All right,
Papa Curly on the phone?
No, he's off the phone now.
Okay.
He's off the phone. So
I remember.
Bernie,
I remember in LA when Mandela was getting freed out of prison, and Papa Curly had a CD, Free Mandela, and I took hundreds of those CDs to the LA Forum, and I got rid of those CDs. I was selling them just for donation. I think at the time, Papa Curly gave me like a real low price, just bring me back this amount off of each CD, and I made like 10 times the amount I took back to Papa Curly, straight up, because the way how I grind these CDs out. And to me, that was just my first dose of like getting ready for what was to come.
Hold on, we have Papa Curly back on the phone. Go ahead, Papa Curly.
Papa Curly gave me like a real low price.
Hello?
Go ahead, sir.
No, this is Francis.
Oh, this is Francis. Go ahead, Francis.
Yes, yeah, this is Bern. Me and Bern, we go way back. We grew up together, and I want to.
Francis, what's your last name so Bern could know who you are?
Arno.
No,
Francis Arno.
I know he is.
Francis Arno. Okay.
Bernie.
No, this is Francis Arno.
Go ahead, Francis.
No, this is Francis Arno.
Bless up, brother.
Me and Bernie Mac, we go way back. We went on tour in Belize with Bunch American and Papa Curly.
Exactly.
Arno.
Yes, Francis. I remember you, brother. Thanks a lot for everything. Thanks to come to.
Thank you, Francis.
Your presence at that show, as a matter of fact, in Belize.
All right, Francis is off the line. Go ahead, Lerna.
Okay, all right. I want to make sure that Bernie is hearing me, because when I'm trying to intervene, he's still talking.
I know, I'm arguing with you. I'm fighting with you.
Yeah, I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to fight you.
Don't you recognize a fight when you see one?
Yeah. Take the compliment to the sexiest man. You heard us say.
All right.
Man. All right, so Bernie, I need to find out some of the work you have done that I know that you did a lot that most of our Belizean folks haven't done, especially in the movie. Can you tell us some of the movies that you've been in and how you were able to get those roles? And, so can you tell us first the movies, and then we're going to go into some other questions on your music?
Okay, sure. Yeah, some of the movies I've done, well, let's start with the ones that I have like lead roles. This is what you would say starring roles. Yeah. But lead is one of the main characters on the project. I did the 7 Adventures of Sinbad. I did Dragon Wars. I did Jurassic Attack. I did Poseidon Rex. Outside of that, I just got through doing some recording for Narco. This is a Netflix project. I believe that it's supposed to be real big on Netflix. Narco. I don't watch TV, so I'm not really even familiar with that project until I was on set. Someone mentioned it to me. They were like, this is like one of the biggest show on Netflix, right? And I was like, oh, really? I was like, I never.
Yeah, man, it's huge. All of my friends are into it. Yeah, man.
I never knew nothing about narco or anything like that. But so those are blessings. Outside of that, I landed a deal with Pepsi. So I did a Pepsi commercial. I did Chevrolet commercial. I just did a Chevy muscle car commercial. I did Obao commercial.
You still have those muscle, Bernie?
No, actually, I've lost the muscle since I've been in COVID 2019.
Since you've been locked up in the house.
Yeah, I'm all skin and bones right now, as you can see.
Hey, Miss Lerner, let me run this video of Bernie in the movie right now. So everybody just keep quiet while we run this real quickly. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So who here has gone snorkeling before? Not like this. Snorkeling at the Lighthouse Reef is unlike snorkeling anywhere else on Earth. And if you're really daring, you can swim across the blue hole. Most people are not. Now the ride to the reef is about an hour from here. So I suggest you just relax and enjoy the ride.
What is the blue hole?
It's a huge sinkhole, about 3 football field across and 6 down.
And you knew about this?
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it.
Turn on some music there, brother. Thanks.
Yeah. You owe me.
I'll owe you all night long.
Apologize, mate. You do fight like a gentleman.
We fight like a pregnant dog.
That's right. That was Vern right there.
Superhero man.
Nice. Come on, you guys, give it up.
Yes, all right. Then give it up.
You guys.
Give it up. Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Oh, look
Yeah,
at
man.
him.
Tough thing.
Right. And he had done so much other ones there. Can you tell the folks them that is out there wondering, how you were able to get those parts? I know because you had some major people that you work alongside with, and I'm sure a lot of your Belizean, is wondering how you were able to come across those parts. Do you have an agent that was working with you?
Yes, I do have an agent that's working with me, and I have a lot of people who have simply just mentioned my name to the right people or tried to. It's countless people I could give thanks to, because there's so many people who are behind and responsible for me being where I am and doing what I'm doing. There are so many people to mention that I'm not even comfortable mentioning names here, because I don't want to leave out nobody's name. They are all very dear to me. They are all very important to me. And these people have extended themselves drastically for me to do what I'm doing and to be where I am. I'm not here on my own doing. I'm not here because of my own being and my own self.
Right. And again, we would like to extend our congratulations for you. You've been pushing, you've been keeping busy. And a lot of these things, we see proof that you are what you are saying, because I know sometimes the question mark is still in people's heads as far as, is he really what he say he is and all that stuff. So we see the proof on there. We're looking at videos and movies that is over 1 million views and all that stuff. So you are out there, my brother.
1 second. Instead of that 1 million views, I'd like to have the $1 million instead. How do I change it to that?
Yeah.
Because I've never been big on views.
And I'm sure the way you think, what are you thinking right now? How can you make that $1 million?
To be honest with you, money has never really been, I never really looked at money as important or something I feel I have to try to achieve until now.
Okay.
So now I see myself that first off, I see myself being far behind from my goals. I had set some goals before I set out to achieve my new dream. My new dream being just along the lines of what Mr. James Sanka is doing and a good brother, Nigel Petillo. I would say my dreams are more towards what Mr. Nigel Petillo is doing. He wants to empower our people. He wants to uplift grassroots people. He wants to build our community. He wants to make our youth rich and feel the wealth that I think I feel without having that what most people would look at as riches and wealth.
We have somebody else on the phone. Sorry about that. 1 minute, 1 second. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I just want to send in one more request. Big up Burn. This is
Go
Francis
ahead.
Arnold again.
That I think I feel without having.
You have the stuff in your background loud, so you gotta load it down if you're calling. Okay.
We
have somebody else on the phone. There you go. Go ahead, sir.
Yes. Yeah, this Francis Arnold.
Okay, Francis.
Yes, Bernie Mac.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry to cut off Papa Curly too, man, but this is Francis Arnold. Bernie, remember, because we.
He's still doing the same thing.
Okay, what about now?
Yeah, just talk. Go ahead. Don't worry about what's happening in the background. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to big up Burn because we go way back, man. We did a lot of shows and everything from Belize to LA, all over the place. And sorry I cut off my boy Papa Curly too, family.
Well, thank you, Francis. We appreciate
Burn,
your call.
Big up,
Burn heard what you said.
Thank doing the thing, Burn.
Yes, Francis. Thank you. Go ahead, Burn.
We're getting some callers in, and don't forget, you guys, that you are able to win one of these. We're gonna play something, and you guys can guess the artist in order to win. I can mail the mug out to you, or you guys can pick it up from Little Belize Restaurant. All right, so we're gonna do that a little bit later. But once again, let me thank our sponsors, because without them, this wouldn't be possible. So again, Little Belize Restaurant there in Inglewood, Probus Tax and Accounting, and Radio Belizemix, you guys. So we're gonna go back over here, Bern. We're gonna come back to you. This can go on. We got a lot to cover. We want to get some facts out, so we're gonna come back to Mr. James Sanka just a little bit, but we're gonna go to Nico on his journey through his music. All right, because he have a different flavor, that he is more a motivator in most of his projects. So, Nico, can you take us through your journey of music?
Sure. My journey in music started when I was a kid. As far as the writing aspect of it is, I don't know about the singing part of it, but as far as making songs, as a kid, I used to live in Biscayne Village, that's on the Northern Highway in Belize district, and late night it would be extremely dark. So when I used to ride on the road, I don't know if it was just the fact of being alone. I used to make these songs and just sing them out aloud, just myself in the darkness, at night, just me and the stars out there, some mosquitoes. And I used to sing, just rhyme and make songs and just keep on. But I was never one to actually sing in public. But fast forward some years, I end up in America, came here, and I found myself doing a bunch of things that I wasn't supposed to do, and I found myself in a situation where I was locked up, and I was facing 15 to 20 years in prison. And while being there, one day I said a prayer, and I said, Father, I know better. My mom raised me better, so all I'm asking is the opportunity to walk out of here and be that better that I know. And mysteriously, which I have a song about this as well too. Mysteriously, I found myself freed in the middle of the night, about probably around 2-3 o'clock. I was freed, and I went home, and I immediately changed a lot of things, and I told myself that music was going to be my new weapon of choice. I was going to use music to educate, uplift, enlighten, and to actually rally around youths to a positive cause, and to find the positive within themselves, to engage that positive that's within all of us. So I found myself, I used to take the train every day in Chicago, so I used to write a lot at that point. And then I met up with Donkey Man, and he was the first person. Yes, Ralph Reynolds. Yes, Donkey Man. That's one of my heroes right there. He definitely gave me a platform. He put me in the studio. So like, not afraid to do anything you want to do. I say anything you want to say. Make a mistake if you want to. This is where you do that, in the studio. He said, just sing anything where up your mind. And so I got to the point where, I did it a couple of times, was very shy. I wrote a song, me and him, I wrote a song for me and him. We did it, a reggae song. And of course, it was talking about social issue in Belize. And this was at the time of the value-added tax. And so, we definitely had a mouthful to say about that because we as Belizean hate to see, even though we're in a foreign country, we hate to see them do stuff that, is going to affect your people, especially when it comes to the pockets, because we know the struggle down there. And we definitely try to be the voices of those people who might be in a particular situation in that country that can't speak or won't speak because of fear of their life or their job or whatever. And so we are on the outskirts that looking in and see this stuff, we definitely be the voice for them. So we did that first song. And it was okay. I thought at the time. And he was like, for your first thing, it's very good. Fast forward to about 10 years later, I look back and I'll be like, what was I thinking? But he opened the door, so to speak, because we recorded about maybe 3 songs together and he kept on giving me tips and encouraging me and that kind of stuff. And so much so that I ended up start branching out, finding different studios, different circles, different people. But now I had a little bit more confidence to just walk in the studio with strangers and actually sing what I was feeling, or what I wrote and that kind of stuff. And all this time I just kept my music positive and clean. Like I told him my music was made for the newborn to my grandparents. Nice. Anybody could listen to my music at all times because, I was inspired by Bob Marley's message and his style and the fact that his music was always clean. It made it timeless. It was always a music that any person could relate to, and it was always clean. So that has been one of my biggest focus in the music, to keep it positive and clean so that it could be listened to by anyone. And it's always a message in my music. It's never just make a random song. Like I'm a social commentator. I'm an activist. These things that I see happening in my community with my people affect me deeply. That sometimes at night I don't sleep. I find myself writing songs in my sleep, jumping up and jotting stuff down. Mm-hmm. My brain really don't stop. I think so fast that I can't keep up with writing. I have to hit record on something most of the times because I process stuff so fast. So I found myself in the arena of reggae music, and people say, why reggae? You could have did brought down punt or something else that's more Belizean. And I was like, I could have, but I have this influence of a music that tells a story that relates to my struggles and my being. And I found that I didn't find that in soca, I didn't find it in punta, I didn't necessarily find it in brought down. I found it in reggae, that it was always a story of a people struggling, a people facing tribulation, suffering, people being victims of their environment, people getting taken advantage of by the government and that kind of stuff. So for me, those were the things that I was drawn to, those things, because like I said, I have a love for people that's unbelievable. I don't have to know you to love you, I start everybody off with love. It's up to you how it goes after that. But even a stranger, the people I meet the first time, I start them off with love. I respect everyone. I don't think of anyone below me or beneath me. I don't care if you're a beggar, if you're a rich man or whatever. I believe we're all equals. And I don't disrespect people for the heck of it. I don't do that. I don't believe in that. If you're handicapped, I treat you the same. Even here in Chicago where I'm at, sometimes I walk down the street and people are, they would beg me for money. And I was like, tell you what, are you hungry? Yes. Okay, come on, let's go. I go to a restaurant. I'd be like, this is where you want to eat? And then I buy them what they want, and I ask them, you sure this is all you want? You don't want anything else? And that kind of stuff, because I believe in, respecting people for who they are, because deep down within everybody, there's some good. So I try to find that good within everybody. Before anything else, I look for the good. So my music now reflects my life completely, because what I sing about and what is what I live. It's not what's made up. I don't sing about things I don't have or things that I dream of, or I sing about situations that people can relate to, things that's happening around us. Like, for example, I just made a new song and I released it on Facebook, and I did a video for it for the soldiers that crashed in the helicopter and died in Belize. I did a song for that called Gone Too Soon. These things are touching because, like me, I find them to be our very own heroes. They are real life heroes, in my opinion. When it comes to Belize, teachers and soldiers get my respect way more than any politician and any police at this point. I respect soldiers. To me, the firefighters, soldiers, teachers, those are noble people in my book. I respect them highly.
Since we're Neil, not to cut you crowd, but since we're on that topic, I would like to show that same video that you're talking about right now. Is that okay with you?
Definitely.
All right, let's show that video that you're talking about.
Jano, don't even know how to start it. Respect goes out to the men and women of service, those who lost their life and never deserve it. We do it for the soldiers, real soldiers, battlefield soldiers, the
I go miss you. Gone too soon. You had so much more to offer, but you left out of the game first quarter. 21 gun salute first of all. Flags half mast for the soldiers that fall. When the nation dial, you answer the call. To protect the jewel, you never yet stall. Honorable men, you were absolutely every mission with pride you executed. You gave your all to this land of beauty, just like you sworn to fulfill your duty. Gone too soon. Just know we never ready for this though, and we really are gonna miss you. Gone too soon. You had so much more to offer, but you left out of the game first quarter. Brave and bold, you were born to be soldiers. Red and blue flags sitting proudly on shoulders. Wings on your chest means no grave can't hold you. Be free and take flight like you were supposed to. And even though we might never know what really happened, real warriors will never be forgotten. Our last memory of you won't be inside a coffin, but like a bird in the sky over us watching. Gone too soon. I know we never ready for this though, and we really are gonna miss you. Gone too soon. You had so much more to offer, but you left out of the game first quarter. Gone too soon. I know we never ready for this though, and we really are gonna miss you.
Word. Strong.
Nice work.
Positive.
Thanks, man.
Yes. I always say the job of the artist is to
All
tell the
right.
life stories of everybody else.
All right, guys.
And
Mr. Johnson, I know they want to shake a leg a little bit. Can we get a little tune, a little soca music, and let the ones them at home working just shake a leg a little bit, and we
No
gotta come
problem.
back and
Here we
ask
go.
a few more
Here we
questions.
go. Here we go.
Back again. Caribbean Dynamics. Hot party by part 2. Here we go. Paranda style. All this but goodness. Marlon. Directly from Branch Mokayo. Yeah, branches. Since I met you, baby, my whole life has changed. Since I met you, baby, my whole life has changed. And everybody tells me that I'm not the same. I don't need nobody to tell my troubles to. I don't need nobody to tell my troubles to. 'Cause since I met you, baby, all I need is you. All I need is you.
Radio Belizemix with you on a Saturday morning. I want to thank the folks on YouTube, Facebook, Belizemix.com. 12:25 local time here in California. Chicago 9-4. What? After one, I believe. Let's go, James.
Wind it up, wind it up, wind it up. Hey, shake it, shake it, shake it up. All right.
James, you're supposed to drop off for that channel, James. Hey, man.
If it brings you happiness, then I wish you all the best.
Let's go, Bernie. I'm in burnmusic.com.
That matters most of all. But if it ever breaks your heart and the teardrops ever start, I'll be there before the next teardrop falls.
The music of Radio Belizemix. Want to thank you so much for joining us this beautiful Saturday morning. Take it over, Lerna.
All right, you guys. Will, we got to give away some things right now. We got to give away something. I need a caller to call in. Do you have that music of my artist that's gonna be on the next show?
The music of the artist that's gonna be on your next show.
On the next
All
show,
right.
we have a music we want to play, and you guys have to guess the name of that particular
So
artist.
the first person will call with the correct name and answer, right?
The first
All right.
person. Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's see then.
Which one you gonna play?
Everybody now, everybody do your thing, yeah.
You got to get the name right. The name of the song and the artist.
My heart's desire.
All right.
Oh, it makes me surrender.
You can't give him too much.
Oh, that's it. You know I played the whole song. Okay, then I stop.
No.
There you go. All right.
You gotta call in and win. Who was that artist? Who was that artist? The name of the song and the artist. You guys. All right, type your answer in the comment section.
No, if you type in the comment section, no, we have to do the call because if we do it in the comment section, I won't be able to keep eyes on everything. So here's a caller. Here's a caller. Here's a caller. Yes, who is this now? Hello.
Anthony Richard, sweet Belizean girl.
that sound like Papa Curly.
Curly don't qualify. Curly don't qualify.
That's
what
that.
Happened? I can't play. I guess I can't play. All right.
No. He win the cup fairly and squarely. Papa, you won.
I agree.
I didn't say that. Elaine Proby. Hi, Elaine Proby. Elaine Proby, Papa Curly. You know.
So you're gonna give it to our next caller, Lerna?
Huh?
You're gonna give it to our next caller or Papa won?
Papa won fair and square. Papa won that one.
All right. So should I take another call? That's the question.
We learn I love you, but I think you're kind of biased. Okay, the bias against my people. I want to come up to my people. Do that.
So Leonard, who write the song? Leonard, who write the song?
Yeah, see, there
who
you
write
go.
the song?
There you go. That was not one of the questions, though.
Yeah.
Papa, if you know who wrote the song, then you get the cup. If you don't,
That's so wrong.
All right, we're gonna have another caller to call in and join us. We're gonna have another music from another one of our artists in about 5-10 minutes. Okay.
What do you mean another artist? You only give me one artist to play unless I pick one.
Yes, you can pick one.
Okay, I'll pick one.
I gave you 2 artists.
Yeah, well, I unfortunately I only had that one this morning. So anyway, we'll find somebody. We'll find somebody.
Pick one.
All right.
And this is some other goodies that we're gonna do on the next show. Look at this, you guys.
Right. So Miss Eliane said that she didn't call because she didn't think that she could win.
Right. I didn't make that specification that people that really close won't be able to win. Hi Elizabeth. Hi Elaine. Hi Tez. Thank you guys for tuning in. Before we go any further, let me thank Brianna Wood, my daughter. Oh my goodness, I stress her out. She stressed me out, but great help. Tez, thank you so much. Sister Tez is in the house. Also, Ralph Reynolds. Hey, Duncan Man is in the house.
Miss Lerna, I do have a song from Bern that I need to play. It's called "Belize Survive COVID-19." Can I play that song?
So, Bernie, we're gonna play that song. Do you want to tell us a little bit? Do you want to tell us?
I will.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that song before we get into playing it?
All right, burnmusic.com. Tell us a little bit about that song.
Yeah, that song right there, man, is the song that I pretty much written when I was going through some challenges and facing some hard times in Belize. And I said, you know what? Change your perspective. Look at your blessings. Look at where you at. Think about some of the good things that you are blessed with. And I said, you know what? I'm going to write a song right now. And then I wrote that song.
All right, here goes the song.
Right here. It's for everybody. that needs to get away and touch the untouched paradise. There's no place like Belize in the world. Belize, my Belize. Wake up in the morning when the roosters crow. Open up the front door and cool sea breeze the blow. And even though I sleep on the floor, had a good night rest. Thank you, Father. I feel so blessed. You showered me with love, surrounded me with peace. Good morning, Belize. This is my Belize. I love Belize. This is my Belize. Belize, sweet Belize. I love Belize. This is my Belize. From Corozal Town to Punta Gorda, you feel the vibe when you cross the border. Welcome to Belize. This is my Belize. From the Maya Mountains, caves and caves. I love Belize. This is my Belize. From the Rio Hondo to Caribbean Sea, in Belize I feel so free. My Belize. Belize, sweet Belize. I love Belize. This is my Belize. I love Belize. This is my Belize. My favorite days are the holidays, from Christmas to Easter. You miss out on so much if you don't reach ya. From San Pedro to Kikaka, Hopkins to Placencia. I can't wait to jump in the clear blue water. The fun ever done. Parade and carnival in September. Then I'm going home to Griga for the 19th of November. Belize, sweet Belize. I love Belize. This is my Belize. Belize, sweet Belize. I love Belize. This is my Belize. So many faces, so many different races, united as one, proud to be Belizean. Working together we live as one, one people, one nation. This is the untouched paradise. I love this land. God knows I love this land. Very proud Belizean. Belize, this is my land. God knows I love this land. Very proud Belizean. Belize, this is my land.
There you go. I love Belize.
Thanks. Appreciate you guys.
And that is,
I like it.
with
I like
that,
it.
yeah, with that song, I must say that is one big attraction that I like about Bernie. Wherever Bernie is, you will see something on him or everything on him that is all Belize. So he do sell his country as much as he's selling himself. So we do appreciate that, Bernie.
Thanks
So
a lot.
Give it up one more time for Bernie and my Belize.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, guys. We're gonna.
Thanks for being an ambassador for Belize, Bernie.
Appreciate it, man. It's my pleasure. Mr. Sanka, do you remember that time when Gillette contacted me for that job and I called you trying to secure documents to work in Mexico?
I remember that.
Right.
See?
I got a big opportunity that was paying
$80,000 exactly
per day,
right,
and
Bernie,
it was for 10 days.
All right, guys, we're getting close to the hour, so I gotta get in some questions for you guys, and then you know, because we are off at 1 o'clock. So here we go. James, one thing I wanted you to cover, which I'm very proud of you, what you're doing, is a project on the South Side, which is the music school.
Yeah, it's called the Southside Music Program. It's a free training program for kids in the Southside. I had opened a brand new studio with state-of-the-art equipment, and I was standing on the side of the road, on the side of the street right across from where I just finished spending $50,000, and there was a shooting. Some guy shot the other guy right in the head, right in front of me, right? And I says, no, our country cannot be like this, right? There have to be another way, right? So I sat down and I says, well, you know, what we need to do is that everybody do their little part. And I think if we all do our little part, we could fix this. Don't look at anybody else to do anything. Just look at you, what you can do, your little part. And so I decided right then that what I'll do, I will take kids from off the street and bring them into my studio that I didn't want my daughter and my sons to touch because I'm afraid they would break it. But I says that, that went out of the window. And I said, you know, if it means that I save one kid life from ending up on the bloody street, then this program would be a success. So I can't charge, I can't make any money at it. There's nothing like that. That wasn't in my mind. My mind is to save my country, right? And so I started out with 5 kids from around the neighborhood. In 2 months' time, I had 40 kids.
40 kids.
40 kids and still growing. So the Southside Music Program is funded 100% by Belize Music Agency, and a few of my friends, business partners that basically gave some money to basically help buy food. Now it's an after-school program. They come after school, they come into the studio, they spend an hour, 2 hours in training, guitar, keyboard, vocals, right? And I do outreach with them. Which is a big part. I put them on stage with my artists, right? I have mentor. When Nigo was talking, I'm going to hit you up to be a mentor for my Southside Music Program.
All for it.
Right? Because he can tell the story better than I could. He lived what some of them are going through. I know I grew up right down the block from that. I grew up on King Street too. Yeah, but I have never gone into that kind of impoverishment. Like my family, thank God, had a lot of money, and so I went to school. I have a bachelor's degree in technology and stuff, and so some of that experience that they're having on the streets right now, Nico could talk better to it, and so that's what I do. The mentorship, the mentorship is more important to teach them that there's another way, and I listened to something that happened, right? I challenged them because it's not all about music, right? I challenged them last year. I took a survey where everybody was in school. And I told them that if they get grades higher than $95%, I'll give them $5. Right? If they get less, they give me $5, right?
That's a good one.
I almost went broke.
You are
nice.
I almost went broke. I'm not going to make that offer again. Because once the kid, they learn how to study, how to learn the discipline of music and apply that to their school and their everyday life, their life changed. I have testimony from their mothers and fathers that come and say, Mr. Sanka, what did you do to my son? Right? I said, I didn't do anything. I pointed out that there is another way. That's all I did. Right? And that program, when I wasn't doing anything a few months ago when I got sick, I continued that program in my pain because that means more to me than building an industry. If I'm going to build an industry with music and there's nothing there to build it for, then it's pointless. Right. And
please let him, James, please let him know that you're accepting, funds or music instrument for that project for the kids? Because I know you were looking for some training guitars and different things like that.
Yeah,
You can put it out there.
Any music equipment that you could give towards the kids so that they could have a piece of equipment at home, right? Not just come into the studio with the equipment there, but have equipment at home, right? You understand? That's important. When you go like me and I go sleep with my guitar, right? I don't laugh, man. I don't laugh. It's real. Yeah, but that's the kind of love. When the kids have that kind of love for music, then you understand that their life have changed, right? When the music become part of them, not them become part of the music, they become the music, right? Then that's when we get a whole change in how people think. All right.
Beautiful, man.
So,
thanks for sharing that.
Good.
Yeah,
So keep that project going, especially when this thing is all over.
If you want to donate, go to that same funding agency that we just started.
Okay.
It's the Belize Artist Foundation at bafoundation.org, and you can contribute to that program. My brother is running that funding organization. He raised money for a lot of our projects, and he's helping raise money for that also.
Right, and don't forget musicians, the guitars, and there was another type of equipment that you needed desperately also.
Keyboard, and now that I know we have this COVID-19 and I'm still doing classes online, I need equipment for them to do this stuff at home. So, so any equipment like the song cards and stuff like that you need to plug in, their stuff, that kind of stuff works.
All right, I'm gonna wow, you guys are full of information. This is hot. We have so much more to discuss. I'm gonna shoot some questions to the artists them right here, Bernie and Nigo, and I just need you guys to deliver those answers. I'm gonna start with you, Bernie. Besides music, outside the music, what do you see yourself doing if you didn't have that?
I have my goals and dreams have changed as I journey through this life, you know. Right now I see myself more wanting to empower my people. I want to be able to show a lot of our youths, a lot of our Belizean artists, Belizean people, because I'm a Belizean youth. I grew up in Belize with nothing. You know my story, where I come from. And today, I am in another country where I don't have an address. I don't live nowhere here. I am in an Airbnb today as we speak. No, this is real. I stay in hotels. I stay in Airbnb. I stay where I have to stay at, because I live in Belize, but I travel anywhere to get the bag, to secure what I need to secure, to create and to fulfill what I'm trying to achieve. So when I think about what I'm trying to do, I have so many people in Belize who depend on me, who think about when they reach out to me, yo, Burn, man, yo, please help with this. I don't know if I tell them why I don't got our see where I could do. You know, it's hard for me to do that. And it is what I want. I want to help. I want to do for them. So I come out here and I try to create the opportunities for myself to be able to help them. Who I see doing that so greatly right now, much better than me, is brother Nigel Petillo. This brother did not ask me to say what I am saying, by the way, or he's not paying me to say anything. But this brother is trying to empower our people by securing land for them. I got the poor, when I was in America, my biggest dream was to be able to one day go back to Belize, buy a home, have a boat, a car, and be able to move back and forth to go fishing when I want. I was able to achieve all of those things within 1 year after being deported with nothing. And that gave me a sense of empowerment that I think is unstoppable. And I see Nigel Petillo trying to do that for our youth, trying to get a piece of land for them. And so I want to be able to be of support to him in any way I can.
So that is the direction you would go if you doesn't have this music thing going for you, to be a mentor and to help, to be a humanitarian or being a community activist type of person? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't see myself, I wouldn't refer to myself as a community activist, because even these things I do.
Speaking out.
I just want to help. I want to help. I want to see youth do good. I want to build them up. I want to inspire them. I want to motivate them, encourage them. I want to teach them, re-educate them, because we've been taught wrong. Somebody lied to us. You know, for example, like people look at me like I'm full of myself. If I did not have the mentality I have, there's no way I would journey across borders into foreign countries where I can't even speak the language to try to secure commercials, secure movie opportunities, secure performance opportunities as I'm doing. So I need to empower them to do that.
I have to cut you off because I got to move on over to Nigo. But one question for you. You don't speak Spanish, obviously, right?
No, I don't.
But I see that you are going into Honduras, Guatemala, Mexico. You are entering into Salvador and all these different places.
That only speak Spanish.
And so you are such a brave man. You're, you know, you see what I'm saying? I don't know how he do it, but I see him trying to break his Spanish, and I'm just like, well, Bern can't speak Spanish. What he's doing over there in Mexico, you know? But that's called, you know, go and get it, and there's no boundary.
Yeah, there's no barrier for
There's no barrier for
there's no barrier for Bern.
You know, and so
no language barrier, no barrier.
I know. I thought he could speak Spanish while he is going into these places. So we congratulate you. We appreciate you, and thank you for being such a pusher into your arts, because you have to be the pusher for anybody else to be interested in you.
Thank
All
you.
right. So Nigo, I'm going to ask you part of the same question. Just answer it real quickly, because I want to. And part B to that question is, what is your favorite song that you like to perform? Bernie, what is your favorite song you like to perform once you get on stage?
I like to perform "Do the Dance."
Which one? That Do the Dance?
Do the Dance. It's a very interesting song because I have a delivery on that song, which is, it's a punta song, but I deliver more the way I speak, and it shows more of Bern on that song. Just a quick little piece of it.
That song is on YouTube, where folks can go listen to that song.
Yeah, you can go check it out on burnmusic.com, or you could also go check it out on my YouTube channel at Bern Velasquez.
All right. Okay, thank you, Bern. We're gonna move on over to Nigo. Nigo, if you wasn't doing this music thing, what you think would be of interest to you?
There's two things I presently do now that outside of music, and one is I do mentoring at a school in the area where I live, because you know, I try to mentor little boys that would have behavioral academic issue at schools, and then me and my wife have a thing called Combat Kids, where we actually do a giveaway backpacks and stuff and school supplies once a year. So far, I've been able to pack stuff and send to the school I went to as a kid in Belize, in Biscayne Village. I was able to help them out too. And so those are some of the things I'm passionate about. Next thing is carpentry. I like building stuff and creating stuff with my hands, and I feel like that is one of the greatest tools we have as humans. Most of us have two hands, and as youths, if we know to use these hands, we could make money and create a living for ourselves instead of depending on the government or anybody. We can become independent, whether it's farming or building, but using your hands. I kind of like those type of things. So if I wasn't really doing music, I would gravitate to those things full time to empower people themselves to be independent of situations, of governments, of, you know, so that kind of stuff is definitely my other calling other than music.
And what is your favorite song that you love to perform?
It's a song called Tell Me Who, and that's a song I always run out on stage on. Every performance I do is that
That's
song.
your opening number.
Yes, and that song is an introduction to my style, my vibe, and it's a wake-up call to you to look inside yourself, to start thinking, because it's talking about the unjust leaders and the people. And in the song, I'm questioning the audience, telling me who's going to stretch forth their hand, to lead us out of where we at. Because my thing is, you are responsible to lead you out, not somebody else. So we got to put that down. Those days are done, So that song is like my favorite song to perform because it comes with a lot of energy. It introduces me and it wakes up the people and get them thinking as well.
Right, and they can find that on YouTube or on your page?
Well, the thing about this song is you can only get it if you book me to perform. But right now, presently, I've been performing this song for about 10 years. But presently, I'm working with the genius Eugene Medina out of California, and it's one of the songs that's going to be on my new project, on my new album. We're getting that together now, so that song will be on there. So eventually, we will be able to find that song out there on YouTube and all these other platforms. But this song is definitely, if you watch any of my performance video, if you go to negoheightsmusic.com and you check out the videos of performance, you will be able to see me perform that song, because whenever I run out on stage, that is the song I do too.
Awesome.
Hey, Nigo, you're not going to change your name to negoheights.com though, are you?
No, I don't intend to become my website anytime soon.
I'm just messing with you.
So guys, before I forget, let me just big up some other folks out there, all the supporters. You guys are hanging with us. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I want to thank Laverne Smith, Elaine Proby, Roy Turner, Michael Wagner, Lerner James. Oh my God, Errol and Baptist, all these supporters, the Junket crew, Mr. Will Johnson, Radio Belizemix.
Thank you,
and everyone that is along our journey. This journey, it get rough at times, but I'm glad that there are people in our corner that can pull us back up. So that's what we want to keep focused. The last question is going to go to the music producer there, Mr. James Sanka. What changes would you like to see for the music industry?
That is a really simple answer. It's a really simple answer. There just need to be a unity amongst the musicians to claim what is really theirs. That is the only thing that will make this industry grow. The division that we have amongst ourselves is not working. What we need to do is just come together. And I'm telling you, brother, that it's not just the money. Yeah, but the money is there. The last study IDB did for us for the music industry in Belize, it's a $200 million a year business, right? It's more than citrus, it's more than banana, it's more than any other farming thing. The only other thing that was making more money than that was tourism. And I don't know where tourism is at this point in time. Tourism can't make $1 right now, but we were able to make foreign exchange by just doing a virtual show for an hour. So the point I'm trying to make is that there's wealth there, but don't look at the wealth. Yet you're missing, you're looking at the wrong end of the formula. Start looking at unity and the things that build towards that. Right? Things that build towards that. See, I didn't know this guy's music, but I'm gonna listen to his music. His music have two things that I like. Every single one of his songs tells a story. Right? So you have to be singing about something. This is not your job as an artist. Is to be the voice for everybody else. We can say things in an art situation that other people can't say any other way else. That's our job. And the minute that we miss that job, then this industry don't work. Right.
Exactly.
Right. So it's all simple. Two simple things that we need to do in Belize. Artists need to learn to work together, right? And we need to learn to tell the story about Belize. So that's why I like these two guests that you have here, because both of these two guests does exactly that and are successful. Other artists, look at that. Look at Byrne. All Byrne do is to sell a message about Belize. That's all he does. Every single day. Right?
Mr. Belize himself.
Mr. Belize himself. He should be the ambassador. He should be the ambassador.
Mr. Belize in a while, so maybe now they should have Mr. Belize. We're almost there to the close, you guys. You guys have been great. We're gonna do a quick wrap up. And if I'm missing anybody, Mr. Clyde Gillett, I want to thank you. That's our photographer. Since we're doing all these online virtual things right now, I haven't seen him in a minute, in house. But
That's right. Enough respect to Mr. Clive. I appreciate it.
enough respect. We do appreciate you. And once again, our sponsor, Little Belize Restaurant, is open in Inglewood. Takeout delivery only right now. We haven't got to open doors as yet. So, but that is open. Probate tax and accounting. Taxes time. You guys have got an extension on your taxes. The date is coming up. Don't wait till the last minute. Call Probus Tax and Accounting 323-290-9034. And of course, you guys know the one and only Mr. Will Johnson and his Radio Belize Mix. Support. Let's support each other and let's reverse the negative into positive, everybody. I like what Vern says because, with his, like they say, breakingness and stuff, but he still wants to help everyone. You see, you guys, it's coming out of his mouth. He wants to help everyone. He's a helper. So you guys contact him, contact any of these artists online, and free of charge, guys. We need to teach the youth. We need to teach. We need to keep that movement going, okay? So right now, it's not all about the charging and the money and stuff like this. You guys start teaching and make this thing circulate and make us stronger with the unity. I started a unity circle and it was going well until, the world crashes and everything closes off right now. So we're going to continue unity. So,
I'm with you with that.
You guys have 30 seconds to shoot your last word out there to the youths and the world. Starting with Nigo.
I want to say, we are our brother's keeper, and we must really adhere to that fully and wholeheartedly. We must never ever forget that. So each youth out there struggling, facing some kind of problems, an issue at home, just know that there is a solution. Just reach out, keep reaching out until you find that one person that will be your strength, be in your corner, that will guide you positively to a better tomorrow. It's out there. Nothing is impossible. As long as you have life, it's all possible. Never give up on your hopes and your dreams. Never let nobody take them away from you. Never let them discourage you. Keep on pushing. Right now, I might not be exactly where I want to be, but I'm very close, and it's an open road. And, it took a lot of hard work and dedication, but I'm here, and I'm here to help. Anybody need to reach out. If you need somebody to reason with, if you need a strength, it's just a word of motivational speech, whatever it is, reach out to me. I got you. There's no boundaries. I don't care. Just reach out to me. Link me on Facebook, Instagram. And if you go to my Facebook page, Nigo Heights, the Warrior page, you will find that I have my phone number up there. You can reach me on WhatsApp. Just WhatsApp me or whatever. I'm here for you. I'm here for the people. Whatever I'm doing is not about me. It's about the people. So just reach out to me. And more love, more life. I'm blessed up. Give thanks and praise.
We appreciate you, Nigo. And there's one thing I must say real quickly that you wrote. You said, who believe that one should strive to be all they can within the realism of their character. Remember that?
Yeah, man. Yes, man.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you just shoot to the youths and the world out there, please?
Yeah, I'd just like to say thanks to everyone who tuned in. Thanks to everyone who have given me a chance, a platform to be able to do what I'm doing. I got countless amount of people to thank, so many names to mention. I want to just encourage all the youths out there who feel that they can't to know that you can. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody tell you you can't. Know that you can. And say, and you know what? Use me as an example. I'm a deportee who got deported with just a backpack and nothing. I invest in properties and I travel around the world doing my music, and nobody's going to tell me that I can't do it. I don't believe that nobody should be able to ever tell you what you can and what you cannot do, what you can't achieve. You could achieve, you can be, you could become more than what they are and whatever anybody else want to become. So go for it. Know your dreams and go for it. Don't let nobody stop you.
All right. Thank you so much, Bernie. We do appreciate you. And we're going to take the last word from Mr. Sanka.
Okay, well, my words is very simple usually. Don't do anything without God.
Okay.
That's right. I'm done.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Is that it, Mr. Sanka?
That's it.
All right. Woo, Mr. Johnson, any final word from you?
No, I want to thank all the guests. They were really informative. We appreciate you guys, and thanks for bearing patient with me. We had to do our little testing and all that, but it turns out pretty well today. I appreciate you guys, and once again to all of you, a blessed day to you, and keep on doing what you're doing.
And just I forgot Mr. Michael Wagner. That's where that team song is coming from. I Wake Up Like This by Mr. Michael Wagner. We thank you. And Mr.
Great job.
Carl McGregor. Yes. We thank you guys. And if I'm missing anybody, we love you. I love you. We appreciate you. And ladies, gentlemen, world, you guys are here with us on
I Wake Up Like This. All right, guys, we're off.